Welcome to newspaper analysis session. So today, June 20. So topics that we are going to cover today are, so the most important topic that we are going to cover today is alcohol consumption in India and the methanol poisoning from the illicit liquor. So always you will notice there would be some kind of huge tragedies continuously happening for every couple of months. Okay, I have not taken up this article previously when this accident or when this incident has happened. Now I have taken up this thing along with the alcohol consumption discussion in India. This is a very important thing, very important concept. Then we will also see a very important concept of the CAR T cell therapy. I was expecting question on this concept in the prelims as well. They have not asked. There is high potential that they may ask CAR T cell therapy in the mains. So there is very high chances of this CAR T cell therapy. And recently, one more innovation has happened in this CAR T cell therapy. So today we have many topics from the science and technology and the health related issues. Other articles, the same things are going on, same Israel and Iran issues, all those things, just a little bit of progress is happening. So I have not seen anything major substantial things that are happening. So I have picked up things from the science and technology and the health related aspects. So these are also very important. And we have already seen SCO. Okay, today we will try to revise because our defense minister is going to attend the meeting related to this SCO. Okay, so we'll try to revise what is this SCO, who are the members of this SCO, what is the objectives of the SCO, what are the objectives of SCO and how it is important for India. We have already discussed, and so I expect some response from you people today. Okay, so I'll expect some kind of answers regarding this SCO and all. You need to be at least answer me some basic concepts related to the SCO. Like I always say, at least the fundamental thing when we say SCO, what is the major essence of SCO? You should be in a position to answer. You should not be completely blank. I do not know. You should not be that way. Okay. So we'll start. So the first thing I'm going to take for today is SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So we have discussed this thing. Which area? Okay, guys. Is it related? This grouping is related to Southeast Asia, West Asia, Central Asia, Europe, Africa, Russia, not Russia. Okay. Central Asian countries. Right, we have discussed this thing previously. These are all the Central Asian countries were a part of the USSR. Later on, I told you the USSR got disintegrated and formed the Russia as well as the other countries. So this SCO was initially formed in the early 2000s, basically to resolve the boundary disputes between those countries who came as a result of disintegration of the USSR. This is the Central Asian countries. These are see here, previously it was established in 2001 in the Shanghai, with Uzbekistan joining as a 6 members. Initially it was Shanghai 5, formed in 1996, consisting of China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and the Tajikistan. We should not forget, when I say SCO, these 5 countries at least should come up in your mind. When I say Central Asian countries, you should get that those countries in your mind. Okay, you should never forget. This is very fundamental things. Only when you make mistakes in these kind of questions, then only your prelims will be compromised. If you are clear in your fundamental things, your prelims will not be compromised. So initially, this was the basis. Shanghai plus 5. Shanghai 5 formed because to resolve the boundary related disputes, because who came after the disintegration of the USSR. It is clear. But later on, they decided this organization should be developed into more regional cooperation to handle the security related threats. We have discussed in this area nearby in the Central Asia to the west, they are facing crisis in terms of the Azerbaijan issue, Armenia issue, and then you have in the south Afghanistan, where I have already discussed the golden crescent, where drug trafficking, everything is happening. This area, this Afghanistan is so unstable. So many kinds of terrorist activities, Wakhan corridor we have seen where conflicts are continuously happening between the Pakistan and Afghanistan, terrorist activities, various terrorist groups. So that's why in the Central Asia, even the Central Asian countries just like India are experiencing various terror related activities, drug trafficking, organ trafficking, all those sort of issues. So that's why this grouping, they came together and collaborated. Let's deal all those regional security related aspects. Eventually, India has become the member of this thing. Because India is also facing the same thing and we are trying to improve our relationships with the Central Asia. Okay, so there is also one of the important initiative by this SCO that is called the RACS. See here. Understand this. Shanghai 5. Now It was officially established in the 2001 in the Shanghai, with Uzbekistan joining as a 6th member. Later on, before the inclusion of the Belarus, it has 9 members. Totally, it has 10 members. China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, India, Pakistan, and the Iran, Afghanistan, and Mongolia hold the observer status. See here, what is the SCO focus? Strengthening mutual trust, neighbor relationships among the members, promoting cooperation in the trade, economy, education, energy, transport, and the environmental protection. See here, there is one most important strategy. They will ask simply in the prelims. RATS is the initiative house. Very basic fundamental version. There are students somehow make these mistakes in these kind of questions as well. RATS is a significant permanent structure within the SCO dedicated to addressing the terrorism, separatism, and the extremism. It facilitates counter-terrorism exercises, intelligence sharing, and the information on the terrorist movement and the drug trafficking. Now you understood? So you should not forget. When you understand the essence of its formation, then you will be able to understand. Okay, so essence of formation is regional harmony. So that's why you will talk about this thing, cooperation in politics, trade, economy. Later on, it was expanded because there are security related threats because of the terrorism and the drug trafficking. That's why we have the RATS as a significant institutional mechanism within the SCO. India has also joined, taken the membership. When India is joined, because China is also part of this thing, they have also included the Pakistan. Now for the India, this is very important because even for the India, the relationships with the Central Asia are very important. We have discussed, I have given you the list, what are the resources present in the Central Asia. You have to bahar that thing. See, of all those things which we are doing and all is we are doing with a lot of depth. All those things which I am providing is very relevant things. These are the most important areas. Whatever the things, when I stress, you have to bahar them. That day itself, there is no if and buts, no excuses. Okay, so we have discussed some of the countries have the uranium, some of the countries have the hydropower projects and all. We have discussed these things. Okay, so because questions may come from those aspects as well. So for us, the Central Asia is important. That's why we are trying to build the relationships with them. And we have taken the membership. So one from the resources point of view. Second, from the security angle, we are also facing threats from the terrorism. We need also counter terrorism. We are also facing the problems of the drug trafficking. That's why we have become a part of this thing. Now understand. Here in the same grouping, China is also member, Russia is also member. So in order to bring a kind of good relationships, balance the relationships, we use this organization. For us, Russia, we have good relationships with Russia, but not totally having proper relationships with the China. So this is a grouping where we are trying to interact both with the Russia, China. Now China has also included the Pakistan. So this is a kind of space where we can put our concerns, where we can try to improve our relationships with the China and the other countries. So that's why this body is very important for us. But somehow USA sees this body as a kind of anti-West. Because who are the major things involved here, major countries involved here? Russia and the China and India. Okay, so there is a saying that RIC axis. Okay, Russia, India, China axis. If this axis gets strengthened, then they are going to hit USA strongly. So USA does not like India to be part of this blocking. So they say, India says, it is only a kind of regional cooperation. We have our own strategic autonomy. Important keyword. Strategic autonomy means we have freedom to decide our foreign policy. We decide our relationships with other countries based on our own requirements, our own needs. We have concerns here. That's why we are making deals with it. So we have concerns with the China. So we are trying to use this grouping to improve the relationships with the China. So, but however, USA sees this thing as an anti-West. So it is important for us now currently with the kind of crisis that is going to happen in the Iran. So what we have seen, so Israel is attacking continuously Iran. China, USA is supposed to involve. Then what the Russia has said, okay, if you involve, bro, we are also going to involve, bro. Okay, so this is what Russia has declared. Okay, so this is going to cause a kind of nuclear catastrophe. So we'll wait and see what will happen. Now for us India, again, that kind of maintaining the balance, delicate balance between the West as well as the East grouping is very important. The diplomatic challenges, right? So now you got all the whatever the content that is important for the SEO. But somehow another challenge is this SEO has not evolved. Here we have said about the energy cooperation. We have said also about the cooperation in the trade. that level of cooperation is currently not happening. We have already seen the trade between the India and the Central Asia is very less. It is some 10 billion or something, $10 billion we have seen, and we don't have any good relationships with the Pakistan. So cooperation on the trade, economy, energy matters is not happening. Tapi pipeline, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan and India, it is non-starter. It is not going to happen also. Okay, so many disputes are there between India and China also. So that's why there are so many challenges within this organization. So if they ask mains question on the SEO, you are clear. Already they have asked on the SEO. In the BRICS, previously in the prelims, this year only they have asked. Okay, in the same way, potential possible question next year they can ask about the SEO. So everything that is related to the SEO we have covered. It is your job to go and check in the map. Okay, all these 10 countries. You need to locate, you need to see. Always carry the atlas every day. You have to go through those things. See, for me, mine was geography optional. Even in that case, I struggled with the mapping for initial years. Okay, so when I need to see those locations, geography every day. Okay, then only things got settled in my mind. Or else I struggled a lot. I used to get confused between the Black Sea and Caspian Sea. Okay, I used to get a lot confused between those. Okay, where is this Bering Strait and all? Okay, what are these straits and all? So it is a kind of lot confusing. If you don't look at those things on a daily basis, then you will not be able to answer. If the question is difficult, if you don't make it right, no issues. But if the question is easy, fundamental, where majority of the students are answering, and if you make it wrong, only there your prelims will be compromised, or else it won't compromise your prelims. Okay, please keep this thing in the mind. Prelims is easy. If the difficult question, you are not solving, you won't, your prelims will not be compromised. Only when you compromise your any easy questions, only then your prelims will be compromised. Okay, so keep this thing in the mind. Security, relevance for the India, challenges. Everything, next time if something comes on the SEO, I'm not going to discuss anything SEO. You guys have to tell me what is about the SEO, objectives, members, everything. Okay, so this is about the SEO. Before coming to the SEO, let me take up another topic. Okay, we'll do this thing. So spinal muscular atrophy. This is also a kind of rare disease. Kerala is currently providing support to this rare disease. So muscular atrophy means your motor neurons will get affected and you will not be able to do any kind of movement. You have the neurons, so your spinal cord, through your spinal cord, various neurons are connected towards a different body. So only when your brain provides you the signal, then only you will be able to move. Something you feel heat, not paralysis, you will not be able to do any kind of movement. Your movement will be affected. Then your motor neurons are affected. Motor neurons play the role in the movement, coordination. Because of the rare genetic disorder, this kind of muscular atrophy happens. There will not be proper muscle degeneration happens, and also you will not be able to do any kind of movement. This is what muscular atrophy means. So first you need to be clear what is this muscular atrophy. Then second thing you need to understand, this is a rare diseases. There are certain rare diseases where the treatment is very, very costly. There is no proper research on this. On these rare diseases, you do not know why this thing happens. There is no vaccine, there is no cure. Even here, there is no cure in vaccine, because rare diseases means 1 in 10,000 people are affected by these rare diseases. Since there is no commercial activity involved, research will not go into that area. Very few people are getting affected. Only when majority of the people are getting affected by one disease, people will do the research. People will research and innovate any kind of drugs or any kind of vaccines. Only when few people are going to contribute to this thing, so no research will happen in this area. And when these kind of issues happen in the tropical area, that's it, gone. So this is muscular atrophy is one such kind of disease. Somehow we are doing some kind of research in this area. So this is a genetic disorder in the early newborn baby itself. Before basically the baby got the birth from his mother has this problem, and we have started to treat this baby in the early phases. So what is the drug that is being provided to this baby is, here I have written. See, baby was found carrying the SMN1 gene mutation. So this is a gene which is getting mutated. Basically, I told you gene means it is a code which is giving you what should be the code for generation of some kind of protein. I told you this thing. So we are all entirely made up of the proteins. How these proteins are manufactured, even your hair color, your eye color, okay, your skin color, everything, what kind of speech you do, what kind of health you have, whatever, everything, how the body coordinate functions, everything is because of the protein. First, how the protein will be manufactured? They are manufactured in the ribosomes. So everything, every information is stored in this genetic material. This genetic material is stored in all of your cells. Within the cells, in your entire body, there are millions and millions of cells. Within your cells, there is a nucleus. Within this nucleus, there is a genetic information. This code got disrupted, corrupted. Mutated means that is corrupted. And so it is not properly producing the right protein, and so muscular atrophy is happening. The infant who is hardly 3 weeks old is being administered pre-symptomatic treatment using risdiplam. Okay, this is the drug that you need to remember. Okay, that's it. So spinal muscular atrophy, again there are various types, type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. Not that important, but just have an idea. What kind of things are there? Currently, see, involuntary muscles not affecting not affected. Muscle weakness varies from mild to severe, primarily affecting the muscles closer to the body center. Your shoulders, hips, backs, these are affected. Involuntary muscles are not affected. That means involuntary muscle means your heart. You are not going to do blah activity. It is happening involuntary, right? So those are the involuntary muscles. They are not affected. So their kidney, heart, liver, those will not be affected. Those voluntary muscles where we move, our limbs, our arms, all those things, they are going to get affected. Okay, this is the part that you need to remember. So here, 1 in every 10,000 births is a rare genetic disorder, no cure. Article also I am providing it. So after the class, if you require, you can just go through one article. Okay. Now, very important thing, like I have said, CAR T-cell therapy. Understand science and technology always in the layman terms, in a simplified language. Okay. Genetic engineering, genetic technology, biotechnology, all these things are very important. So, CAR T-cell therapy. First, you need to understand what is this T-cell. We all have blood cells. Within those blood cells, you have the red blood cells and the white blood cells. White blood cells are known for the immunity. Okay. In these white blood cells, you have the T cells, B cells, all these things. They are doing the protecting your body, providing the immunity. Any kind of infection enters, they will attack the infection. Okay. So that is how they are doing the protection. But when the body generates a cancer within your own system, they are not able to provide you the necessary immunity because these cancerous cells evade the immunity. What is a cancer? Cancer means cell is multiplying in a uncontrollable manner. Basically, in your entire body, every day cells will die and new cells will form. There is a continuous cell division happening in your body. But one such cells, the division happening in an uncontrollable way, and it forms a lump which has to be thrown out of the body. So that's how you will see here lumps will be formed. The cells, these are nothing but the cells. Okay. So now they are infecting your system. If these cells are forming in a numerous manner, so your body should be attacking those cells. But somehow cancerous cells evade the immunity. So what do we do in this CAR T cell therapy, which is a revolutionary therapy? Recently, Indians only, next CAR technology. So Indians have done this. Okay, this research. So I'm expecting question. So they may ask next CAR. Okay. So they have innovated a cheaper, cost-effective alternative for the treatment of the cancer cells. What they do is they will pick your T cells outside. They will do the genetic modification, genetic engineering, I say. Okay. So they are making your T cells. They are providing, you can say simply, they are providing a kind of memory to your T cells so that they can identify the cancerous cells in your body. So these T cells will go and attach to this cancerous cells in the body, which are called as antigens. They will attach and they will engulf these cancerous cells and they finally destroy these cancerous cells. That's it. So for this purpose, we are taking, your blood will be taken out, your blood contains these T cells. Then your blood will be treated in the laboratory and these T cells will be empowered and they will be sent back to your body again. They will be multiplied again. they will be treated well, they will be empowered, and their number of cells will be grown more, and they will be sent into your body. So basically this process is a ex vivo process done in a laboratory. Things has to be taken out of your body, and then again it will be injected to your system. Even this thing is also in the early stages only. Now they have come up with one more evolution where they are talking about the in vivo. That means T cells will not be taken out of your body. Within my body itself, within my blood cells itself, I am providing information about the proteins. Okay, what kind of empowerment that they should go through. Okay, what kind of protein they should carry, how they should identify the cancerous cells, and how they should attack the cancerous cells. Now, who is going to do that job? So for this, you need to understand, like I have mentioned, okay, you have the cell. Within the cell, you have the nucleus. Okay, this nucleus contains your chromosomes, all these things. On these chromosomes, you have your genetic material, right? Now, this genetic material you will be carried outside. Here, your ribosomes are present outside this nucleus. Okay, here the manufacturing happens. So, outside it will be taken by the mRNA. See, because your genetic material should not get corrupted. So they are properly being protected within the nucleus. It will not come out. Your DNA will not come out. So your information of the DNA will be copied in the RNA, mRNA, that will come out, and they will display the information. They will say to the ribosomes here, okay, bro, make this protein. They will manufacture the protein. Now, this mRNA, on this mRNA only, we are capturing whatever the information regarding this cancerous cell is there. So we are using this information, and we are developing this mRNA, and we are sending into the nucleus of the cells. So that mRNA will be generated, and within the cell itself, T cells get strengthened, and they can destroy the cancerous cells. That's it. Clear, simplified, easy process. That's how science and technology is easy, nothing complicated. Okay, see here, I am explaining once again. We all have the cells. Within the cells, you have the nucleus. Within the nucleus, you have the DNA, which contains the genetic information. Now, this genetic information is nothing but the code, like this: ATCG, 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 like this. Okay, so there can be different code for the different protein. For my hair color, one code. For my face color, for my functionality, everything. For my muscles, everything, there is a one code. Now, only how the codes will be manifested, for that protein has to be generated, and that protein manufacturing happens outside the nucleus. DNA will not come out of the nucleus. Who will do that job? So DNA will say to the RNA, copy this information, transfer it to the ribosomes to manufacture to the protein outside the nucleus of the cell. Okay, so then ribosome will be manufacturing that thing, and finally you will generate that protein, and then I will get the hair color and all. Now I have to generate a protein which can attack the cancerous cell. So there is no proper information here. So I am manufacturing that information outside, and I am sending directly the mRNA. This is the guy who transfers this guy transfers the information to the ribosome. So I am creating new mRNA. I am sending it in the blood. Then we are not modifying. We are just within the blood itself. We are conveying this information. So your T cells get modified within the body itself to attack the cancerous cells. So now your T cells have this information because of the mRNA. Clear? So we are since T cell do not have this information in its own genetic structure, we are sending from the outside. Okay, the additional mRNA to carry this information to destroy the cancerous cells. That's it. So this is also a revolutionary technology, but the challenges is still it is in developmental phase. Targeting exactly into that cell, sending this information and replication of all the T cells is a challenge. Still, the process is going on. If this is developed, then your cancer treatment can be cost effective, and whatever the issues that we currently get because of the therapies, chemotherapy and all. If you see the cancerous patients and all, they will go through a lot of pain because when we try to attack through the radiation, we are trying to destroy the cells. All the good cells will also get died through radiations, chemotherapy. radiation therapy. Okay, when you try to destroy the cells, other cells also get affected. So we don't want collateral damage. We want to hit exactly the same cell. So the patient will also not feel affected because other areas are fine. Okay, that's how this treatment can be healthy, a kind of revolutionary, low cost, efficient. But challenges are there by the time we reach that process. That's it, clear? So this is a topic from the science and technology. So you guys need to be stronger in same way in the every paper. There should not be any weak area for you people. Only then you will feel comfortable in the UPSC. Now if I'm teaching all the areas, when I can do, you should be able to do as well, because we are not going into the technicalities, all the technical areas. Can you see here, just like a layman in a simplified format, just like a 10th class student, we are trying to understand. So that is not a very difficult thing. If it is getting very difficult for you, that means you are doing something wrong. I have mentioned this in previously also. Something you are trying to understand in economy, but you are not able to understand. If you feel it too technical, that means you are doing something very, very deep. Okay, something wrong. Something is going wrong there. Okay, because no concept in the general studies is technical. Little, slight technicality will be there. Little, in few areas. Okay, in few areas of the economy, in few areas of the geography like climatology, those areas. Little. After that, things will become very, very easy. Okay, I have given all the content that is required here.
So can you submit a little?
You will get the notes. Okay, so this is okay. So role of the mRNA and the new approach. I have discussed what is this CAR T cell therapy modification. So we have discussed implications on India. See here. So I have given properly. What is this CAR cell therapy? What is the context? And then new in vivo technique. Okay. Then we have discussed okay, in a very simple format, traditional CAR T cell therapy, role of the mRNA. See here. Okay, I have given the with simple example also how these mRNAs will behave. What is this mRNA? Okay, and the reference article has been provided. Everything that is related to this thing has been provided. Shanghai Cooperation already discussed, and alcohol control. Okay, see here. The alcohol consumption is rising, and this article they have mentioned the same thing. In India, alcohol consumption is significant among men, 23%, and women 1% according to the National Family Health Survey. I believe it should be more than that. Okay, again 1% means so out of 75 crore, again if you consider the 1 crore, also it is very, very high, right? 1 crore people consuming. Okay, they'll think everyone, not just one specific gender. I'm saying to equally to both the genders. Okay, they think it is cool. Okay, no, okay, nothing will happen and all. Okay, but there are going to be some kind of serious implications. Okay, again the same thing that we have discussed, the same thing we get regarding the smoking as well. Out of anxiety, out of stress and all, people think this is going to provide the solution. No, it is not going to provide any kind of solution. Instead, you will get more addicted to that thing. Okay, so people should stay away from these things. These are going to catch you in the loop, and a lot of money will be wasted. And again, separately things are required to get you to the de-addiction center and all. So only when we go for the like say when I was going like through exam process, when I felt stress and all, I used to eat sugars, chocolates, okay, cakes. Even that itself, that coming out of that addiction itself is very difficult. And now you can imagine this can be much more difficult. So why to get involved in those things? Okay, and why the people drink these things? The people think there is a kind of cool. Okay, especially the new alpha Gen Z batch or alpha male. Okay, all these new such so-called things are coming. If the person is not consuming all these things or not doing any kind of parties and all, then that person is considered as a boring. Yeah, it's a boring person. Okay. So you will feel left out. Okay, this thing. Okay, that's fine. We don't have to participate in such kind of groupings, because these things really have damage. See, when you consume alcohol, so body considers this as a kind of toxin. So first it thinks we should flush this toxin out. So for suppose you had biryani, people drink alcohol along with the biryani. So what the body does, so they have consumed the alcohol along with the biryani. So now your biryani is also a lot of junk and the fat item. So what the body does, it will slow the digestion of your biryani. They will work on this toxin. So 1 gram of alcohol has 7 grams of 7 calories. Now they will use this thing as a kind of generation of the energy, and whatever the food you ate, it will be deposited, okay, as a fat, okay, and even your alcohol, okay, that kind of digestion, okay, these things happens in the liver, okay, so that's why the people will get fatty liver problems, okay. This fatty liver problems happens even without the alcohol as well. Non-alcoholic fatty liver these days rising issues, we have already discussed this thing, okay, because of people without the alcohol they are stressing the liver, okay, that means eating that much of junk, okay, so these things happen, so your liver will be damaged, so your mind will be, of course, for a brief amount of the time it will feel dull. For that kind of numbness, yeah, people will consume the alcohol because they don't want to experience the world, because they might have gone through some kind of pain and all, whatever it is, rejection and pain and all. So when you go through this rejection and pain and all, experience it. Don't avoid it. Don't run away from it. Feel it. Let the pain come, destroy. Okay, stand in that way. Okay, it will for some time it will hurt you and it will walk away. Okay, but if you are trying to make yourself numb and without experiencing the pain, you will get addicted to this thing. And people get addicted and they will take all the money. Yesterday we have discussed Rajasthan cash plus model. Why there is a cash plus model? Because government is delivering money for the nutrition purposes. These alcoholic husbands and wives, okay, they are spending today. Now I am saying wives also because trend is changing. Okay, alcohol addicted husbands and wives, okay, they are spending money on these things. Okay, so this is going to cause huge problems. And domestic violence, now under the influence of the alcohol, they might involve in domestic violence and rapes also. So because their mind is not working, they will do all those activities for the person who is addicted to something. Okay, somehow they want that thing. Okay, so that's why we need a lot of these things. And see here, causes of the alcoholic consumption. Very beautiful article has been provided. Okay, sometimes some people also have this genetic predisposition to the addiction. Previously, when I used to say, okay, these foods should not be consumed. Okay, but I used to have a person, okay, where I suggested this kind of foods that has to be consumed in order to lose weight. But I have noticed the person is not able to follow that particular diet pattern. Okay, I used to think why, okay, kind of thing. When I had done little bit research and all, then I have understood few people are genetically little predisposed to have the more addiction. Okay, they cannot cut off the sugar. They are like, no, we want it. Okay, so after just if some kind of sugar, if they see, okay, they will skip all their diet and they will eat it. Okay, so genetically there is some kind of already that kind of predisposition is there, but it does not mean you cannot break it. No, willpower is always highest. If you are really determined to do something, everything is possible always. Might be little bit more challenging, but still it is possible. Okay, so these are the things. And again, we have discussed about this surrogate advertisement, very important thing. They will say, they will show some kind of hero, okay, coming out of the bike, okay, and all, then just Kingfisher brand will come. Okay, they will not display, okay, whatever vodka, liquor, all those brands. Okay, they will just display some soda, water bottle. Okay, this is called surrogate advertisement. So if you see, okay, generally when you pass through this, okay, whatever the way the bottles are manufactured in a fancy manner, sometimes I will also like, is it that tasty? Look, the bottle looks very cool. Okay, shall we try this in something or once or what? Okay, it looks that fancy, huh? Not very well. Okay, those alcohol bottles and all that they are manufactured in such a stylish and beautiful manner. Okay, like say even previously when the thumbs up cans things were introduced, okay, that were maintained in that stylish manner. So people consumed it like a kind of looking cool or because of that attractiveness. In the same way, if the alcohol bottles are also being manufactured in that way, definitely people will get attracted, especially Alpha, Gen Z. Okay, so why not those liquor bottles be manufactured in a dirty manner? Okay, whenever you see, you feel like okay, you don't feel like going towards it. Okay, so it has to be done in that way. But somehow, because of this commercial influences and heroes are being shown in the movies, okay, cool, okay, they are smoking, they are drinking. So all the movie stars, they are just being shown as a kind of, okay, they're taking this thing, okay, they are shown as a kind of powerful. But in fact, if you notice a person who is drinking or smoking, if you observe the person, they are not strong from inside. They are a lot nervous people. Okay, in order to cover up those things, if you see these people take up these alcohols and all, and they also shout out the people to project themselves as a kind of brave. Okay, if it is consumed, even in the, I don't say even it has to be consumed in the moderation for the smoking and the alcohol. I won't say even, okay, generally in the case of the food, I say take it in the moderation. But here, why to send some kind of toxin into the body? Even if it's moderation, you are destroying your body, right? So see, this study says, I have also given totally, okay, what will happen when you consume alcohol? When it goes into your body, it goes through certain stage of process. Your alcohol is made up of ethanol. We'll come to this. Okay, so let me finish this thing. So what kind of challenges? Like I'll come to that thing. So these are the various reasons, and even it is not publicly banned because we are getting the revenue. It is a very good source of revenue. Okay, even if it is closed for one day, okay, you might see next day, okay, how the people, okay, there are just big queues in front of the shops, wine shops and all. Okay, that is a level of scenario. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, we are finding it difficult. If you ban it, it will go underground. It is going to be much more problematic. Currently we are getting at least revenue. Okay, so what kind of way we are dealing? So see here, alcohol regulation is primarily a state subject, very important. State subject, and the revenue will be taken up by the state. This is one of the prime revenue for the states. Okay, so even currently now online delivery, some states are exploring alcohol also online delivery. Okay, and then some measures has been taken at least 18 years of age. Okay, and some states it is 21 years of age. And we are also bringing drug de-addiction centers, like this alcohol de-addiction centers. These are the certain things. We also have this Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. Okay, so we have done these various measures for this. And proposed national alcohol control policy. So these things you can go through, checking the whatever the problems that we have mentioned. Addressing these things is a solution. Now let's come to the another important topic, that is a huge tragedy. Your alcohol is made up of ethanol. Sometimes you might have seen in the news in the Tamil Nadu also recently 20 people. In the Haryana, some 10-20 people died. In the last 3-4 months. Okay, the cheap liquor. Okay, so instead of ethanol, generally in the alcohol there is a ethanol. But they will use the methanol, which is available cheaply. Methanol, see here, I have given this. This is taken from the Hindustan Times. See here, how a body responds to the alcohol. The body metabolizes alcohol in the 2 steps. For ethanol, a harmful product at a step 1 is removed in the step 2. For the methanol, products at the both stages are highly toxic. Understand this process, very important. In the prelims they can ask. Ethanol is converted into the acetaldehyde. This is harmful, but acetaldehyde can cause headaches, nausea. That's why few people will go through that hangover. Okay, and this is also having the possibility of the cancer in the long term. So the people who think it is cool, okay, nothing will happen and all, so you have to tell them there is a possibility. Study says there is a possibility of the cancer in the long term. This acetaldehyde will be converted into the acetic acid. This is less harmful. It is not considered toxic if consumed at the low levels. Next, here if you consume the methanol, it will be converted into the formaldehyde. Formaldehyde corrodes the stomach. Okay, it can cause ulceration and the diarrhea. Formaldehyde is in the second stage is converted to formic acid. It can damage the optic nerve and lead to the blindness. It can even cause a death even in the small quantities. So we have the limits also on this methanol levels that can be used in the used. See here, as per the Food Safety and Standards Regulation, which prescribes the maximum permissible limits, it is somewhere just 50 grams in the 100 liters. I have given this thing. In the 100 liters, it is just 50 grams. It is somewhere I have mentioned it here in the article. Okay, so that way you have to limit these things, or else it is going to cause a lot of problem and the toxicity in the body. So what happens when you ban the alcohol? These kind of more and more huge tragedies happen. So these are the kind of alcohol that are prepared in a underground or some kind of in a spaces which are unregulated. These people, they get the access to the methanol. Instead of the ethanol, they use the methanol. Okay, so for few people, this methanol also gives a little bit more high, and so the process is also less cost effective for them. So for them, okay, they'll think what will happen. Okay, few people will die. They don't care. They are primarily concerned only with the profits. They don't really care. Okay, so that's why people has to be careful. So that's how deaths are happening because of the illegal consumption and there are damage that is going to cause. So there is a need for stronger regulation and all this control, awareness campaigning, and there should be proper alternate livelihoods to be generated to the farmers who are involved, to the people who are involved in this alcohol production and all. But those things are very difficult. Okay, so this is the process. This is in so much in the news. Okay, so they may ask about this methanol, if not about the ethanol. Clear? You will see frequently the same news. I will ask you again. Okay, something unfortunately again will happen. Hooch tragedy. This is called hooch tragedy. Hooch tragedy means instead of ethanol, they are using a methanol in the alcohol. Okay, methanol is cheap, easily available, but it is highly toxic. It can cause, even in the limited amounts, it can cause blindness and the death, immediate death. So many people will die. Another thing, okay, we have already discussed this thing, nothing very important. So we have discussed India is trying to develop the its own engine, indigenous engine for this 4th generation and 5th generation aircrafts. Currently, we import the GE engines from the USA and other countries. But if you are dependent on these foreign countries for development of the engines for your aircrafts, defense aircrafts, even for the Navy, okay, even for the submarines, okay, it is problematic for us. So we need to develop our own indigenous engine. That's what the article says. Currently, we are working on this. We are trying to develop our own indigenous engine, but still we are struggling. Okay, Kaveri engine is the one project that was initiated in the 1989. Still is going on. Okay, still we are not having that kind of that kind of development of engines within our home country. So we need to still do that thing. Another important resolution currently, so far skin disease was just basically seen as a kind of dermatology, cosmetic issue and all. But skin diseases are also causing so many kind of mental traumas, and they are also having some kind of inherent genetic issues as well. Because of the skin issues also, there is a kind of discrimination that happens. Okay, if the people have various types of the skin diseases, they will not be taken for the job. Okay, or they will be discriminated. People will keep them aside. Okay, so these things happen. So that's why World Health Assembly has passed a resolution on the skin diseases as a kind of global health public priority. Now, what will happen with this thing? So this will be no more a kind of dermatology issue, okay, general cosmetic kind of issue. Okay, the more research will be going on in this thing. So we may get more funding for this. So more things, more research and outcome might come on this thing, and we may get good medicines and drugs for various skin related problems. So this is also a very good move taken by the World Health Assembly in its 78th meeting. Okay, they have passed a resolution regarding the skin diseases as a global public health concern. See, here skin diseases affected nearly 2 billion people worldwide. When we do not know, we will think, okay, see here like vitiligo, psoriasis, all these are causes of social stigma and the mental trauma. Okay, so there also, even alcohol also, like say in the suicide prevention case, it was alcohol is considered as one of the prime reason that can cause suicides. Okay, the people who are more addicted to this alcohol, they are more prone to the suicides. Okay, so these things are too interrelated, and all these things, all the health related issues are very important for us. Okay, so we have done topics of science and health primarily today, because we have done all the so many topics of the IR related things. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. But we are doing really a lot. I'm putting a lot of efforts. If you guys really revise well, then you guys really will feel empowered, and then I will also feel very happy. Okay, so I'm putting efforts. You guys also put efforts. Definitely, you will feel very good. I'm saying after 6 months, you will feel very strong. Okay.